And there are also yellow symbols, but we don't have any on any of the cards we've got face up right now. Only need to be completed if your threat track is in that color.
Got it. So we would have to do yellow, but we don't have to do red yet until
Correct.
things get
It's
a little
not
bit
quite.
worse.
It's not quite bad enough that we have to do red.
Yeah. Okay.
So if we do that before we get up to red, we can just kind of ignore the red symbols of those.
Nice.
Ones.
And that's a requirement to take 2 damage right there. Okay. All right. Well, here we are then, ready to start. Oh, I see people asking about what the Blackbird is for. So if we are playing with a final copy where we have standees, right?
Yeah.
Our guys stand on the Blackbird. The Blackbird also stands up a little bit better when it's made of full thickness cardboard. So they stand on the Blackbird in between missions, and then they deploy out. Since our guys are laying down due to visibility for the stream, and also to the cardboard, we will not be putting our guys on it for this stream.
Yep.
Where should... Oh, I saw a question back here, actually, that I wanted to hit on. How much of the art is sourced from comics versus done in-house?
All of the art is new.
Oh, awesome.
So all of the pieces of art in here are things that were made for Mutant Insurrection.
Yeah.
There are certainly some that are kind of like meant to evoke,
of course,
moments in the comics for sure. But everything here is new, which was a big exciting thing. Again, since it was our first X-Men game, figuring out what this was going to look like was kind of a blank slate for us.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's sweet. All right, let's start. So basically, we have options as to where we deploy to.
Yep.
So we could go to the story mission, to this mission. We can go to one of these decks, right, and just kind of
and flip it.
See what comes up.
There's occasionally reasons we would want to do that. We probably don't want to do it right now.
Yep.
But we could.
And the reason why we probably don't want to do that is the more of these exclamation points are up, that's how much threat is going to increase each round. So we kind of don't want to push that until maybe we've taken out a couple of these other bits. And then, of course, similar to like the museum and Elder Sign, the museum offices, we can go back to the school and where we can heal damage and train or reduce threat or other
do a
things.
variety of things to just help us stay alive.
All right. All right. Well, where should we go? It seems like maybe if we can like knock out that Sentinel, that could be good.
Yeah, we can definitely start by going after that first, because like between the Sentinel and the actual mission cards attached to, we're looking at 2 threat, and that can hurt us a lot real fast if we don't take care of it. So we can certainly go there. Because of the number of symbols that we have to fulfill, because of the Sentinel, neither one of us could do it all by ourselves.
Right.
So we may want to go together if we decide to do that.
Yeah. I'm okay with doing that. I feel like we can do it together.
Yeah, I think Forge and Colossus could take care of some Sentinels.
All right, let's do it.
And so this is one of the sort of just play flow differences from Elder Sign. As an Elder Sign, you would do your entire turn before I do anything. In this game, because it's team-based, we kind of do these steps together. We
deploy, and now we're going to attempt the mission, which we do take in turn, though.
Yes.
So interestingly enough, in this card, one of the team aspects is that we have these assist cards, like so. So this is Forge's assist card. So basically, I can choose, since we're at this mission together, I can either use my own assist card, or you can loan me your assist card to be used. If I use my assist card as a hypothetical, or if you, more relevantly probably, if you use your assist card, could you then pass that over to me so I can use it on my turn?
I cannot.
Okay, so it's
basically I'm busy.
You've done it, right? Okay,
yeah.
All right. That makes sense. It also comes, as you can see, with its own little special ability.
Yeah, so your assist card both gives you 2 more dice so that you're rolling 6 dice like you would in Elder Sign total. So if Forge uses his assist card, he gets another red die and a blue die. But if he uses Colossus' assist card, he'll have a few different dice.
Right.
And the assist ability is only when somebody else is using your assist card.
Got it.
So
so I can't use that myself.
Right.
Okay.
It's often kind of similar to your own power. So yeah, if Forge were to help me, he lets me replace a die of one color with a die of another color.
For sure.
A blue replaced with a yellow.
For sure. Should we help each other out for this?
I'm certainly game. Let's see. We
All right.
need a little bit of everything. We need a lot of fight in particular.
Yeah. A lot of fighting. But you could switch this blue die out for for a yellow die. So
Actually, a yellow die is super good for me because
Sold.
of my power.
All
So
right.
shall I begin?
Yes. Here,
All right.
I'll take your assist card over here.
Yeah, because you're
All right.
gonna, since there's just the two of us, you're gonna ultimately be using that.
Yes.
So that means because Forge is assisting me, I get my 2 red dice and 2 yellow dice from my own card.
This stuff.
And then a red die and a blue die from Forge. But I think I will use Forge's assist ability, the right tool, to replace a blue die with a yellow die, because Colossus can spend those yellows in kind of a special way.
All right. Let's see what we get.
All right. Okay, good. This is a good example roll.
Yes.
So as in Elder Sign, you get 2 rerolls.
But you don't have to sack a die to reroll, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
You can keep whichever dice you like and reroll the others.
Yep.
So
one other big difference, I think, is this villainy result, right? Which might seem to be comparable to terror from Elder Sign, but it actually is not. The villainy, if there is a card with a villainy effect, such as the Sentinel over here, that only triggers if you choose to reroll that.
Sure. Yep.
So basically, if you don't want to take the negative effect of the villainy, you can choose to just keep that.
Yeah.
But you're basically
I could just choose to make it a dead die and deal with it. In this case, the Sentinel's villainy effect is that I would have to discard a die. So I'm kind of losing a die either way in that case. But maybe if I want that red, I can ditch a yellow.
For sure.
So to complete an objective, we do need to be able to satisfy all the symbols at once. So I want to keep that in mind as I go.
If you could lock out that Sentinel, because it seems like you might have a better shot at doing that than I would.
That Sentinel needs a lot of fight, and if I am anything, I am a punchy guy. So I've got a 3 fight. So these are kind of comparable to Elder Signs. I think investigate results where there's a numerical value, and you can use a couple of them to satisfy one whole thing, but I've got a 3. I need more fight. Now, one of these yellows, because of my superhuman strength, I can spend a power result, the Helix, as if it's 5 fight.
Yeah.
So I can hold on to 2 of them, because we also need a second one. So if I get really lucky, actually no, I've got to drop a die if I want to. I'll reroll this villainy and choose to drop one of these yellows, because I can only do that conversion once per round.
Okay. Yep.
So for my first reroll, I'm just trying to get. Oh
no.
That's not great.
More villainy.
Okay. So I'm only discarding these dice because that's what the villainy effect is.
Correct. All right. So it looks like you're going to smack that Sentinel.
I am. I did manage to get it. So I go ahead and satisfy these, and this is a 5.
Yep.
I apologize, my mask is
No, you're all
giving
good.
me some trouble. I haven't gone out in the outside world.
So that guy, that's been completed then.
Yep.
And so even if we fail this, that Sentinel is dead, right?
Yes. In fact, he dies immediately now that I've satisfied it.
Except by die, he just goes back into the Sentinel deck. That's the scenario's kind of special that he gets shuffled back in.
So I have taken care of the Sentinel.
Okay.
To clear the way for you to try and deal with the actual mission.
Don't you worry. I've got the rest under control. All right. So I've got all of these. After assembling my dice pool, I may replace a blue die with 1 red or 1 yellow. I kind of like my mix here.
Forge is a really great all-rounder. I think he's a really cool hero to have in play almost all the time. Really
he seems very good. 5 health, is that low? Is that a little below average?
5, most people are 5.
Okay, 5 is average.
Nobody's less than 5, I believe.
Okay.
But he's not exceptionally beefy like some of the other characters in the box are.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what we get here. All right. well, so this together is 3 fight
Yep.
and an X. Helix. Still need 3 fight. The villainy, though, there is now no villainy effect.
Yeah,
so I
can
can
reroll
reroll
that
that
die
for
freely.
free. Okay.
Functionally, when there's no villainy effect, they're a blank side, which still kind of sucks, but it's not as bad as it could be.
Got it. So I should keep that X instead, I think. So that is that one I'm looking at. And then I'm just going to roll these and try and get the other one.
Yep.
All right. Well, I got the 3 fights.
3 fight.
So, all right. Let's see what we get.
Oh,
Nope.
Nice.
All right. So I got this objective taken care of.
yep. So that objective is now complete. This is something that's also different from Elder Sign. Our progress does get saved across rounds.
Right.
So we do not ever have to do that top one again. So now that we've both taken our turns and done our thing, we resolve the failure outcomes. So
Yes.
in this case, each hero suffers 2 damage.
Ouch.
And that's each hero at the mission. All outcomes affect specifically at the mission.
Right.
Of course, that is everybody right now.
Yes. All right. So I'm going to take 2 of these guys.
Now, do you... I believe Colossus' teamwork card could let me take damage for you if you wanted.
Oh, sure. I'm probably fine for now.
Okay,
Things seem fine.
as long as you're sure.
Yep. All right.
So we would go back to the Blackbird.
Yep.
And then move on to the threat phase.
Yes. So the threat is going to rise based on the number of exclamation point symbols in play, right? So we're looking at just going up 2, I think.
Going up 2.
All right.
And then once we've done that, we flip a threat card from the deck that corresponds to where the tracker is at the time. So in this case, yellow. So as you may expect, the green ones have the least dangerous
Right.
stuff. The red ones have the most dangerous stuff.
All right. Well, we've got another Sentinel here. His target is the most exclamation point icon, so that's where he wants to go, basically.
Yep. So the Sentinel we've already fought was put into play by the plot. But in every game, Sentinels are in those decks and can pop out
Right.
to make things complicated.
All right. So we would probably, I imagine, get to choose where he goes.
Yep, since both missions have the same number of icons, we can decide which one we want him to go to.
Sure. Should we send him down here, perhaps?
Yeah, we can do that.
Or I guess if we're going back here.
That's true. It depends on if we want to kind of keep our focus.
Yeah, although one person could probably knock this out by themselves.
Probably, yeah. We
Yeah.
could probably justify splitting up.
Okay.
The smuggling ring then would not be able to be done by one person alone, but I could certainly take a crack at it.
Sure. Let's throw that Sentinel down here. He's gonna hang out.
Yep. You can scoop.
You can make room, Evan.
Yep. All right. There we are.
All right. So that is the threat phase.
And do we have to flip a new mission?
Oh, you're right. We do.
Yes.
I sure know how to play this game. So since there are only 2 of us,
Yep.
we only flip a mission if there are no face-up.
Oh, okay.
continent
Because there is
missions.
a face-up, we don't flip a new mission.
Yeah, basically, there's only 2 of us, so things can get really out of hand really fast if we're just always flipping missions. On higher player counts, you would always flip a mission. In some cases, flip 2 missions. And again, there would be more decks also in play.
Yes. I see someone asking about why we started on yellow. So that is actually a difficulty toggle that is not related to the difficulty
Correct.
of the mission. So the missions have their own difficulty, and then separately, you can toggle the difficulty of that mission by scaling where you start on the threat track.
Yep, and setup gives you a number of different options from easy to
Extreme, I think.
extreme, I think is
Yeah.
what it's called. So we are on hard,
Yes.
is starting on yellow on 6.
All right. Here, there's your assist
Yep.
card back.
We return our assist cards.
Yep. All right. Let's get ready to deploy again.
All right.
The Sentinel. Let's see. This whole thing does not require a ton of fighting. It requires more teamwork. I could go down to that guy if you think you could clean out the Mutant Menace. I assume you could probably.
Pretty handily.
Yeah.
The thing we'll want to keep in mind is that because the Sentinel is there, you
Right.
wouldn't be able to complete Smuggling Ring on your own. There's just too many symbols to
Which
do
would
all
just
in one
make me
go.
take 2 damage. Yeah.
And since you're less beefy than I am, that could be really dangerous for you.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, all right. I will plan on going to Mutant Menace then.
Yep. Okay. And Colossus is going to go bust this Smuggling Ring. I assume smuggling mutant stuff, mutant growth hormone. So since we've both deployed to a different mission, we can choose which one we want to do first.
Okay. Well, let's try and knock mine out first so we can get some more information on what comes next. All right, so this time my die pool, since I'm not using your assist card, I've got 2 of those, 3 blues, 1 yellow. I can switch 1 blue die for a red or a yellow die.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch it out for a yellow, I think.
Makes sense.
Let's see what we have here. All right, not the symbols I am looking for. I'm just going to reroll all of those.
Sure.
All right, there we go. I've got plenty of fight and the power symbol.
Yep.
So we've got that. Success. Put the Sentinel Threat into play and place this card under the plot. So having completed that, am I just back at the Blackbird?
Yep.
Okay. All right, what do we got next?
So the Sentinel Threat is what is called a briefing card. It's a card that will give some more story context and often additional scenario rules. So in this case, we have Professor Xavier. X-Men! Bolivar Trask thinks all mutants are a problem, and the Sentinels are the solution. So we put Inspect Sentinel into play. So that is a new story mission. During play, when we shuffle a Sentinel into the Sentinel deck, we place a success token on this card.
Okay.
And then at the end of the round, if we have, in our case, two success tokens equal to player number, success tokens, then we flip this card. If we don't, we draw another Sentinel.
Oh, that's bad.
So we're going to want to run around killing Sentinels to progress the mission further.
For sure, for sure. So I see there that it scales how many Sentinels you need to kill based on the number of players. I saw someone just asking in the chat, actually, about how it scales on number of heroes. Are there lots of things like that where it's like complete equal to the number of heroes?
Yeah, most of the plot stuff that is going to be tied to the scenario scales on number of heroes.
Sure.
And then the other stuff that's kind of in every game mostly scales by like there's more decks and so forth. And more to have to kind of juggle and take care of.
Yes, yes. All right. So this mission that just came out, Inspect Sentinel. So this has this little red arrow here. What is that all about?
That means you have to complete the objectives on the card from top to bottom.
Got it.
So you cannot do that middle one until you've done the top one. And we do now see some yellow symbols. So we do care about all the symbols on this card because we're in the yellow. There are ways to reduce threat. So theoretically, we could go reduce some threat and make it easier to complete. But for now, we have to worry about the yellows.
Okay. All right, but mostly we have to kill some Sentinels.
Yep.
And since I just advanced that, maybe you can kill that Sentinel and we can progress.
That would be a
sweet.
step in the right direction. So I am rolling 4 reds and 2 yellows.
Okay. A
That's
quick
when Colossus
question
is
as you're
by
doing that. In solo play, do you play just one hero or do you have to play 2?
You've got to play at least 2.
Okay.
Or more, of course. It's a cooperative game. You can you can play however many hands you like.
Play 6 heroes.
Yeah, right. if you're ready to manage all those combos, then by all means. So yeah, solo play is 2 or more heroes controlled by you.
Got it. Got it. All right. Yeah, let's take this guy on. And by us, I mean you.
All right, I'm gonna punch my way into wherever these smugglers are hiding.
Oh, if we can take that Sentinel out at least, then that would be good for threat.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. The Sentinel, first and foremost. I need those. And
the villainy effect is discard a training token or raise threat by 1.
yeah, that's pretty rough. We haven't gotten training tokens yet, but they are a player resource that let us they give us some aid. I don't think I want to pay that price, so I'm just not going to reroll that one right now because to get the But to get the Sentinel, I need a power.
Yep. And the power symbol does appear on the red dice. It's just more common on the yellow die.
Yeah, the yellow is the more likely to roll it.
Yep.
But I do have 3 red dice I can re-roll, so I think I'm just gonna.
Yeah, raising threat would be a pretty hefty price to pay.
It would be rough. Like if I had a training token, I would totally discard it. But
nice.
All right, there we go. So that's the Sentinel. So the Sentinel goes away immediately when I complete that. So
we get a success there.
And he gets shuffled into the Sentinel deck.
Even though he came originally. The Sentinel.
So basically, when a random Sentinels are added into the scenario, the Sentinel deck is going to get more full. So I've still got a few dice here to see if I can complete anything else.
And you could now re-roll that villainy without
there is
cost.
no longer a villainy effect.
Okay.
So let's just see if I can get any one of those lines would make me happy. Oh, actually I can get 2 of them because we're not in red yet.
Wow.
So that was a lucky roll right there.
Yeah.
So these 2 will do that.
Yep.
And that.
Yep.
And because we're not in the red yet, I don't have to care about those extra
Correct.
symbols.
I like that, how like the lines get actually harder and more difficult the worse things are getting for us. It's a cool way to balance every mission.
So even though that kind of went pretty well for me, I do still get the failure because I haven't completed the top. So each hero here suffers 2 damage.
Yep. You can take it.
Yeah, I've got 8 health, so I've still got 4 health left, which is pretty decent. But Colossus is starting to think about his life choices a little bit.
All right. Okay. So now we raise threat.
Yep.
Goes up by 1.
Just by the 1.
Yep. We still have a mission up, so we don't flip new missions, but we do get in our threat card. At what cost? 1 hero breaks a bond. If a hero has been knocked out during this game, 1 additional hero breaks a bond. If there are 5 or more heroes, draw another threat card. So this hits bonds, which we've not yet gotten, actually.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
So one of the really cool things in this game that I'm super excited about is bonds.
Yeah.
So to me, one of the things that is fundamentally X-Men is that it is not only a superhero story, it's a total soap opera.
Oh, yeah.
X-Men, there's constantly love triangles and rivalries and complications between team members.
Right.
Bonds represent your connections between your team members, which can be good or bad.
Right.
In this case, because we're breaking one,
that
it's
would be bad.
So what we do is, if you can grab the bond deck over there.
Yeah. So we got a whole bunch of different bonds.
Yeah. Bonds are double-sided cards.
Yep. These all look very good.
Yeah, that's because we've got the good side facing up.
Oh, no.
So 1 hero breaks a bond. I'll just say it's me for the moment.
Okay.
Now, breaking a bond, if I had a good bond, I'd flip it.
Sure.
To a bad side.
Right.
Since I don't have a good bond, I get a new bond.
We just get a bad bond.
And it's bad.
Okay.
So I draw. Should I stick this over here?
What do we got there?
So I have drawn the Suspicion bond. So I guess, I don't know, Forge, you've been acting a little bit...
Have I been acting shady?
Yeah.
Spending too much time tinkering?
Colossus isn't sure about you, so...
So this game is coming out in November, if anyone is wondering about that. That is this November, this game is coming out.
So this bond is number 10. I go find the other copy of it and give it to you.
All right.
So this tells us that this is the bond that we share.
Okay. So we are suspicious of each other.
We are.
Okay.
We can kind of characterize that however we want. Maybe
right.
It's just that, like, I'm suspicious of you.
Yeah.
You are not happy that I'm suspicious
of
you.
Right.
You can stick the deck back over there for the moment. So the trick here is that if we're at the same mission, while we're the active hero, we cannot use our own power cards ability.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah. We are not... So, as long as we don't stay together, we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
But that's not always practical.
Sometimes we have to go to the
same
place.
And of course, with more heroes in the game, you could have bonds with various people.
Of course, yeah. Multiple different crossing
that you have to worry about. Yeah. The good side of the bonds, as you may expect, give you a cool thing that is often triggered to make you extra strong with the people you have a good bond with.
Sure. If we are together. Okay, excellent. All right.
So
I did misspeak on the date just now. It is Q1 of 2021 that is coming out, probably around February, I believe. All right.
So that was our threat card.
Yes.
And that was all the effect the threat card had.
Yep.
And then we have this plot, this briefing card that says end of round. If we have,
we've not killed enough Sentinels.
So we do need to draw a Sentinel from the Sentinel deck.
Okay. Oh, that's a bad one.
Feel free.
All right. Here we get another Sentinel. Target fewest objectives. And then this guy has the double exclamation points. So he's extra bad. But hopefully we can take him out.
Yep. So
he's going here, right?
Yeah, because he only has 2 objectives. So yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
Then that makes that mission that we could kind of ignore until we were ready for it because it doesn't have any threat icons. Now a thing we probably have to worry about sooner than later.
Yeah, we should.
And because we're in the yellow, neither of us can do it alone.
Yep.
As much as I hate to hang around with shady.
Yeah,
shady
exactly.
Forge.
Tinkering. All right. A question: do any heroes start with a certain bond, such as love or loyalty or whatever?
No.
Okay.
Currently none of the bonds are like specific to heroes.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. Especially because there's so many heroes in the box.
Yeah.
You can't guarantee that you're always going to play Cyclops and Jean Grey together.
Sure.
But a number of the bonds do kind of particularly invoke
moments
moments in relationships that are from the comics.
Yes.
So you can certainly sort of recreate those situations for yourself when you get bonds into play with characters who are,
for sure,
who have canonically been that way.
For sure. All right, so here we are. So these both seem bad.
Yeah, they're rough.
But maybe we still don't want to be together. Because if we succeed here, we reduce threat by 2.
Yep.
And that seems real good.
And it would basically just make the threat from the Sentinel a wash, which is
right.
Acceptable, probably.
Like, I guess if one of us can take this out and the other person can take out that Sentinel, then we're in really good shape.
I can try and go punch that Sentinel real hard.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've got the blue dice. I'd have to take 2 damage to complete that objective, but that'd be okay. I'll probably just have to go to the school.
Yeah, you'll probably have
to head back to...
Take a breather on the next round.
Yep. Okay. I'm going to try that. Forge is heading down to the smuggling ring.
All right, so Colossus is going to go inspect this damaged Sentinel with his fists, I guess. As you may expect, the blue dice that give you a lot of these X symbols, characters like Beast have a ton of them.
Oh, sure.
So they kind of also stand in for characters who are intelligent or have other exceptional skills that aren't punching things or using their superpowers.
For sure. All right. Well, does one of us want to go first?
You want to just sort of polish off your thing? Because theoretically, Forge should have a pretty easy time producing 2 of those symbols.
Yes.
I say, knowing full well that many times that I've played this game, things have gone badly, even if they should have been easy.
No, it's fine. It's going to be fine. Look, there it is.
Yep.
It's right there. All right, so I got the double X.
Yep.
So I need to take 2 damage for the final symbol on that guy. But then that is a success.
Yep.
So we're going to reduce threat by 2. 1 hero forms a bond.
So hey, when you form a bond, you either flip a bad bond to the good side, or you get a good one.
Sure.
We can't have more than 1 bond between us specifically.
Okay, so we have to flip it, basically.
So we're going to flip this one.
All right.
But that means, I didn't
I
trust
proved-
that you were on the up and up, but
You can trust me now.
you busted those smuggling rings.
Yeah, so now basically both of us have flipped over to trust, and now for that same mission, you can exhaust this card to use the other hero's power card ability. So now, rather than just sharing this assist card, we can get the better version.
Which can be super cool. I think our abilities can synergize pretty well in that regard.
Oh yeah, because I can let you switch to yellow dice, and you can do the yellow dice for big damage, and vice versa. Awesome, except I'm going to need to go and sit at the Xavier School.
Which is understandable, to be honest, you know?
Yes.
All right, so let's see what I can manage over here. So once again, because I'm alone, I'm just rolling a whole stack of red dice. And a couple yellow dice, too. Now, even though we have to do the mission's objectives top to bottom, the Sentinel is kind of outside of that order. We can do the Sentinel at any point.
Okay.
So I'm going to see what I can do. And particularly if I can knock out that Sentinel. I definitely don't want it to stay around if I can help it.
So its villainy effect is suffer 1 damage for each blue die in your pool.
Yeah, so this is actually...
So you don't have any.
Ha! Joke's on you, Sentinel. Cool, I actually am able to punch that Sentinel into submission.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just do that immediately.
Yep, I got him. It's going back in the deck.
Yep. Now let's see, can I get anything else? Well, I'll just reroll everything here. Let's see if I get... no, so that's nothing.
But there's no effect for failing.
Yeah, the good news is failing here, we're just here.
Yeah.
So that's a bummer, but the Sentinel is dealt with, and that's the important thing. That's what really counts.
All right, awesome. So we have punched 2 Sentinels. Oh, have we end around?
So that's
now?
end around. So
okay,
not quite there
all right,
yet.
so we're not quite there yet. So threat.
Yep. So there
took
are
care
no
of all
threat
that.
symbols. It just stays where it is.
Sweet.
The world is not getting more dangerous for mutants just yet.
Yes. So we do have to flip a new mission.
Yep. So we get to choose.
Sure. How about this guy?
And Cerebro theoretically lets us kind of like look at what's coming in these decks.
Yes. We got the Silver Samurai here.
Yep. So here is many mission cards are villains.
Yes.
From the X-Men's Rogues Gallery.
Yeah.
And they are often some of the hardest to deal with.
Yeah, he looks tough.
Silver Samurai is particularly...
He looks fighty.
Pretty rough.
All right, but we reduce threat by 3, and each hero trains if we beat him.
Yep. So there's a high risk, high reward.
Awesome. All right. So let's see here. We just flipped. So now we get a threat card. It's another Sentinel. So he's going to target the fewest objectives. So I guess.
Yeah. Back there.
He's coming back here.
That's just our life now.
Yep.
The threat decks are, I believe, half Sentinels, half other things.
Perfect.
Right. Did I see the question about dice colors meaning something?
Yes. Yeah, someone was asking about dice colors and what they mean.
Yep, so each die color represents a different kind of skill. So red dice are fighting stuff. So your characters like Colossus, like Wolverine, they're going to have lots of red dice and be able to generate lots of fight results.
Yep.
Yellow dice are power dice. They represent your mutant powers.
Yep.
And so characters like Storm and Phoenix are going to have a lot of those because they have very big, flashy, effective powers.
Yep.
Finally, blue dice are like intelligence, teamwork, other like non-combat skills. So Beast, Forge has a lot of blues, etc. Every die does have every symbol at least once, but the arrangement of them is a bit different on each die.
Sure.
So red dice are going to give you the most fighting values.
Which is like these guys.
Yep. And it's also the only die that has a 3 fight on a single side. Yellow dice give you the most double helix symbols.
Yeah, they got 2 of those.
Blue dice give you the most like X-Men symbols.
There you go. Boom.
So you can kind of, it's about controlling the probability, right? So when you see
Right.
certain kinds of symbols, you can kind of figure which of your heroes are going to be the best at handling that challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So we've done the threat card. We've done all that.
In the round.
End of the round.
So since there are these equal to number of players here, we flip this card.
All right. What do we got here?
So this card is now Assault Sentinel HQ.
Let's throw that up here. All right. At the start of the threat phase, if we succeed, we put Master Mold Showdown into play. So that is the showdown is the big finale.
The showdown is the final fight.
Yeah.
So a big thing that is going to be different for people who have played Elder Sign. You know, Elder Sign, you can fight the old one at the end.
Yeah.
But usually, if you're there,
you're gonna die.
You're gonna die, and you haven't won. Right?
Yeah, you've been doing pretty bad.
You're trying to avoid that fight in that game.
Right.
But this is X-Men. This is a superhero thing. You want to have the big fight against the villain. So all scenarios end with a showdown.
Nice.
Which is the big fight against the villain for the scenario. In this case, it's Master Mold, the thing that creates more Sentinels. And it looks really cool. The art's really neat, but I'll probably
we'll see it in a second.
Let us see that when we get there.
Hopefully, we'll see it in a second. All right. Yes. All right. So that goes there.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I feel like I need to go and heal up.
Yeah. You're in danger of getting knocked out. Now, if you do get knocked out, it's not player elimination.
Yep.
You would get a new hero.
Yep.
But you lose any of the cards and other resources you're toting around. So that can certainly hamper your momentum quite a bit if it happens.
Yeah. So all right. So we're gonna deploy now. So I am gonna go to the school and I'll show you guys my kind of options here. So there's 3 different school cards. I could go to Cerebro, where I heal 3 damage, and basically I get to look at the top card of a continent deck, and I can put it on top or bottom. So kind of what's out there. I could go to the Danger Room and heal 2 damage, and then Train, which is basically kind of like banking a die result that I can then spend later. Or I could go to Xavier's office and heal 2 damage, and if we have completed villain missions, such as Silver Samurai over there, I can turn those in to reduce threat. So I think that even though I would heal the most damage by going to Cerebro, I think it's more valuable for me at this moment to go to the Danger Room.
Sure.
And I'm going to head down to the Danger Room.
So you heal 2 damage, and you get to train. There are... Is over here a good place to put them?
Yeah, yep.
There are 3 kinds of training tokens. Shockingly, they correspond to the 3 kinds of symbols that you want to see. There's no villainy training token.
Yep.
And basically, a training token can be spent as if a die that shows the face of that training token. You can only have one at a time.
And to be clear, it stands in for a die, right? It does not change a die to that face. Okay. So
it does actually mean that you can essentially place 7 dice in a certain way, which can also help a lot.
Right. Okay. Perfect. I'm going to grab, I think, this power symbol, since we're going to need some of those.
Yep.
All right. That's my
plan. Where do I want to go? We have a lot of them. This is just a big mess. This whole...
This is just a whole big mess, isn't it?
This whole board is starting to get to be a big mess.
Looks like we are going to be going up by 3 threat if we don't take care of anything.
Yeah.
Which would be okay-ish.
It'd be okay-ish. It's scary because we'd be right on the cusp.
I mean, going here, you don't take an effect for failing, and could maybe take out that Sentinel.
Yeah, the Sentinel is probably the easiest way to reduce the amount that we're going to go up threat. So it's probably the right call. And then maybe we team up on one of the other cards next round.
Right. Is this, I mean, this might be, I don't know if we're pretending that we've never played this scenario before. I certainly have not. But would we be best served by just let's just race through this mission and try and get to the showdown really fast? Or should we kind of clear out, maybe Inspect Sentinel first?
It can depend.
Yeah.
Inspect Sentinel is helpful to finish for the showdown, I happen to know, because
How would you know that?
Yeah. Sometimes it's always a balance, right? Like the racing through the scenario is sometimes okay, but if you get to the showdown without a lot of resources to spend, then you may not be able to beat it.
Okay.
And the thing about the showdown is once it starts, that's the only thing that's going on.
Sure. Everything else clears away.
Yeah, and also once it starts, that thing I said about there being no player elimination is no longer true.
Sure.
Once you get to the fight, if you get KO'd, you're just done.
Yeah.
So it can be dangerous to go to the showdown when you're not quite prepared to do so.
That makes sense.
But that's always a calculated risk you can take.
All right. People asking how many players the game supports. 1 to 6 players.
Yep.
Is it always these same 3 school cards? Is that set?
Currently, the school cards are all the same.
Yep. All right.
The same 3. Some scenarios do mess a little bit with those in interesting ways, but this is not one of those scenarios.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, where are you going? What's going on?
That's a good question. I think probably the best choice is to go here because the Sentinel is the thing that I can. Although that Sentinel is tough for me to take out because it needs several of those teamwork results.
Right.
And although my red and yellow dice each have one of those things on them, the blue dice, which I have none of, are the best way to get it.
Yes.
So I think I probably try anyway, though. Unless there's a very slim chance, but I could almost take out Silver Samurai alone. But do I have... Is my hubris such that I try to do that?
I mean, it's just a lot of fighting. That's what you're good at.
Yeah. and right now, as long as we're in the yellow, it does add that middle one. Hits me for a damage, but I'm Colossus. I can take it.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. That would push us back down into green threat.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to... that's my glory, right? Like here I know I'm just not going to get all those symbols.
Right. It's too much teamwork.
Yeah, so that would be kind of accepting that I'm not going to make any great progress. But there, as long as we're still in the yellow, I might be able to do it. Okay, Colossus.
You got this.
Yeah.
The Colossus. All right.
So I'll hold on to this because I'm going to want to use that for later.
Got to suffer 2 damage to reroll a villainy. That's pretty gross.
It is pretty gross. Although, doing the villainy effect one time lets you include any number of villainy dice in that reroll. Doesn't help me right now because I only got the 1. But if theoretically, like a bunch of... I'm going to reroll these, so I'll just use them for an example.
Oh, I see.
If I had all of those, I could still reroll all 3 of them by only suffering 2 damage.
Sure. That's the price you pay to reroll your villainy
Any
results.
number of villainy dice.
Yes.
Now, some villainy results do specifically refer to the number of villainy results you have. So some specific villainy adults do scale. But, it'll say that on the card.
Yeah, of course. All right.
So I'm going to...
see the roll then.
Take the 2. That puts me at 6 out of my 8, so I better survive, actually.
You are going to take 1 if you fail. All right.
Yeah.
Let's proceed cautiously.
Yeah. Oh, crap.
Ooh.
Oh, this is bad.
That's not the roll.
I have erred. I have erred severely. Well, I'm just not going to reroll these because, I'll die if I do.
Right.
So at this point, I'm just swinging for... Oh, man. This is the darkest timeline.
Yeah, because it's got the...
Yeah, I didn't even get 2. I got that top one.
Yep.
Because I can use this as a 5.
Right.
But, oof. Yeah.
Big
ouch. and yeah, again, I can... Because of that red arrow, I do have to go top to bottom. So even though I could complete that bottom one if I wanted, because I've got one of these yellows can be that 5, I'm not allowed to because I have to go top to bottom. So.
Right.
So each
Yeah,
hero suffers a damage.
take a damage.
So I am hurting. Colossus is going to take a nap next round.
All right. Yeah, let's pull back and threat. So
Yep.
going up by 3.
1, 2, 3.
And we've got a face-up mission.
Yep.
So then that's it.
Go ahead and flip our threat card.
Yes.
Pocket
Stretched thin. Exhaust all mutants and positive bonds. They cannot be readied this round. All right.
Ooh, rough. Okay. So mutants, we haven't happened
yeah,
to.
those are the.
Yeah, they're allies. We have happened not to draw any missions so far that give us any, but they're allies you can tote around and they have their own abilities.
For sure.
So, and we can certainly take a look at some if we want to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or I can go find a mission that
Yeah.
just pretend that it was true.
All right.
Yeah. So, oof.
I'm going to go deploy here and hopefully clear out some of these guys.
Yeah, I have to go take a nap.
Yep.
I'm going to go take a nap in Cerebro to heal 3.
For sure.
So if you can,
Yes, of
that's
course.
a little ways away.
There you are.
And that'll let me also look at the top of one of these decks. So
Mhm.
maybe I can see if we find anything that's good.
See if there are any mutants there.
Oof. I don't know if I want to keep this or not. I think right now I don't want to, so I'm going to stick it on the bottom.
People asking about the size of the hero cards, the character cards. They're tarot size.
They're
right?
tarot.
Yep.
This game uses tarot and bridge card sizes. There's no mini cards or anything.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. Well then, let me take this on.
Do it.
Got 2 reds, 1 yellow, 3 blue. I could exchange one of my blues with my ability. I do not think I will do that. I'm going to hold on to all of them.
Yeah, you want blues for this one for sure.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, that's why you want the blues.
Yes. Got those. All right, that's the Sentinel right there. Blammo.
Yeah? Awesome.
So he gets, if you want to shuffle him back into that. And then I can start working on Inspect Sentinel. So
Yep.
I've got this and that already. And then I can't complete the rest with my 1 die.
Yep.
So that's just completing that objective. And I have failed, but no effect.
No effect on this one, so you've made some good progress towards
Yes.
towards doing that.
Yes. Forge is feeling good.
All right, threat ticks up by 2, so we are now in the red.
Uh-oh.
If we ever have to go past 15, we lose.
Yep.
There's just too much everything. The world is too dangerous. Few mutants. Sentinels are everywhere.
Yeah.
It's bad news.
Yeah, that seems like bad news. All right, let's get a bad threat card. Let's
Yeah.
see what is happening to us. Oh, it's another Sentinel. Target most damage requirements. So we could choose to put him at Silver Samurai or at
Yeah,
the
those
Assault.
are both valid choices.
Are you planning on going back to Silver Samurai?
I think we should handle Silver Samurai.
Okay.
I think we should go together
Okay.
because he'll take down our threat a lot.
He
and
will.
Yeah.
Yep, that would be good.
I think
That
we
would be
team up
good.
for that.
Okay.
Is my thinking.
So do we want to put him then? Let's see. It's going to be 4. We could put this there and try
I think
and take care
between
of it
the
as
two
well.
of us,
We should be able to do that.
because we trust each other,
Yeah.
that gives us some extra oomph.
Okay.
So
All right.
yeah, I think that's a decent plan. Now at the end of the round, we also have a cleanup phase basically that I haven't mentioned, which is just we unexhaust all of our cards and everything.
Yeah. Heroes come back.
Pretty standard kind of end of round
Right.
stuff.
Exactly. All right. So we're both heading down there, right?
I think that's the right call. I think we need to get some threat under control and deal with what Silver Samurai is up to.
Let's do it. All right. And we're sharing our assist cards with each other.
Let's see.
Is that the plan?
I think that's probably a good idea.
That gives you a blue die at least.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of fighting going on.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good plan.
Okay.
And we should remember that we each have trust.
Yes.
So
We can use the big ability.
during our own turn, we can exhaust our bond to use the other players.
Sure. So I can deal big damage with a power double helix, and you could switch a blue die out for a red or a yellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which can be really helpful here. I think both of those are going to be very useful abilities to be able to use a couple times.
Yes. I could go first.
Yeah, I think you're going to be a little better
Try
at
and take out that Sentinel.
killing the Sentinel, so I think you going first is a good plan.
Yep. All right. So 1 yellow, 3 red, 2 blue. These dice are nice. They feel nice.
Yeah, I think they're really cool.
All right.
That's
not the good roll.
Maybe not what we were hoping for.
Okay, I've got the helix in here. But villainy, discard a training token. No, discard a mutant or suffer 2 damage. We don't have any mutants.
Yep.
So I'd have to.
And this gives us a situation. We have 2 villainy effects on this mission.
Yes.
Because Silver Samurai also has one.
Right.
You would have to suffer both of them.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Would you like to die?
Now, I will point out, Colossus' bodyguard ability does let me take damage for you.
Yes.
So it's something we can think about. Obviously,
that'd be 4 damage though. That would take you out too, right?
It would, but I think we could, since it's 2 sources.
Oh, I see.
I think we could probably rationalize that you take 2, I take 2. We maybe don't want to dive into that just yet, but it's an option that we can keep open.
Let me re-roll a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Okay. These are still not the right results.
Yeah. Well, at least
I could take out this first objective here if I use a helix and this 3 damage.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna save those. Reroll these guys. Oh, what is that? Is that a dead Sentinel I see?
It sure is.
All right, so dead Sentinel, and then I had this training token that I got from the danger room that I'm using to fill that requirement. That was excellent.
Yeah, that was a nice, I did not think we were getting out of that one.
All right, so that Sentinel is down. We don't have to track that anymore.
Yep.
And then my other results. So I'm doing this, that, and then because
and then you exhaust your
use my trust
bond
with Colossus
to beat my once per round spend a double helix as a 5 fight.
And I do have to take a damage for that.
Yep, but
I'm okay.
That's fine. All right.
The price of being a hero,
So let's see if I can finish off. I sure ought to be able to finish off that last thing. Now, so let's see. First of all, your assist ability that I get to use is I may replace 1 blue with 1 yellow.
Or red, because you have the trust.
I actually have access to both.
Oh.
Abilities separately, I imagine.
Oh, separately. Okay.
Right?
Oh, sure.
Because I normally have this one, so I could make a blue to a yellow. I guess they are both
still,
replacing a blue, and I only have the one.
Right.
Yeah, I'll do trust to use Genius Invention and make it a red.
Yep.
So really, I've just engineered my normal dice, but with some extra oomph. Yeah.
That looks like it.
Yeah, because that can be a 5, and that can be itself.
Yep. So those go. Blam.
And I do take a hit because we are in the red now, so I have to care. But
yep. We got him.
Yeah.
Got the Silver Samurai. All right. Reduce threat by 3.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Each hero trains.
Yep. So we get to choose what kind we want.
I will grab one of these power again.
I'm gonna get a teamwork because we need a lot of those, and I can't make them very easily.
And then we hang on to this, right? Because we can turn it in.
It goes into
Xavier's
a pile
office.
of like beaten, defeated villains. So
got his head up on the wall.
Yep.
All right. Right. So we've done that. That was very successful.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We took him down. It was good.
It was looking grim for a moment there. So threat still goes up by 1.
Yep.
We have to reveal a mission. Did you put that one back up on top?
I put the one that was on top on the bottom.
Okay, it was bad. Okay. Yeah, let's go to North America. We haven't been there yet.
Oh, hey, this is
what?
Convenient.
It's a young mutant.
It's a young mutant. They don't know how to control their powers.
All right. We gotta go help them out.
Yep.
So this rewards us with
this will reward us with the mutant. So
okay.
that can help us a lot if we want to go help this young mutant learn how to use their powers and have them join the X-Men.
Awesome. We can maybe go find out who it is. All right, and we have to draw a threat card.
Yep. So we're back to yellow, so that's better.
It is a Sentinel.
Man, who shuffled these cards? I shuffled these cards.
So it's going to most objectives.
Yeah, so that's definitely... Actually, I guess it's either of these. What do you think? Do you think we're going to...
I feel like we're going to take this one first.
Yeah.
Could throw him down there on the young mutant, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hunting that young mutant.
Yes.
I think getting ourselves an extra resource in the form of a mutant is probably also... And this lets us heal damage off of ourselves, so that's pretty neat.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Just one. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit.
Yep. And then coming back.
Yep. And readying our cards.
All right. Okay. And then let's deploy. I could probably knock out Inspect Sentinel, I think.
Yep.
Oh, we should. Here. There's your assist card back.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there.
Okay.
I'm gonna rock this.
I think. Let's see. So the failure on this one is raise threat by 1. So going there, I guess I can still keep it from going up 2 potentially if I kill the Sentinel.
Alternative. I could maybe go there instead.
Yeah, we can both go there.
Yeah.
If we want.
It's just like so within grasp, you know.
Yeah, I
just
know.
Wanna, like,
it's a little tempting,
let's just knock it out.
but we've got to kind of figure out what we think our best value is going to be.
Yeah.
Because with threat where it is, we can kind of tread for a while, but we all are also going to want to at some point say we're gonna attack Sentinel HQ and try to end this thing. You know?
Exactly. All right, let's both go there. I think that's that's probably better.
I feel like if we get a mutant for one of us to have with us,
Yep.
that'll put us in a good place to be able to try and take down Master Mold.
Okay, a mutant friend.
Yep.
All right. So we can exchange our assist cards again.
Yeah.
If we would like.
Yeah, we can. We don't have to.
Yeah.
Thinking about whether or not I think it's useful. I think it's actually still a pretty good idea because I think it gives us the most utility.
Yeah.
Especially since I don't normally have a blue die, but you helping me gives me a blue die.
Yep.
So we can complete the stuff on the mission in any order. You want me to try and knock out that Sentinel? I got a ton of yellows, so...
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I am going to switch out the yellow die I get from your assist card for, or the blue die I get from your assist card for another yellow.
Someone asking about the dice size. They are not as big as Destiny dice.
Yeah, these are...
I would say... are they the same as like Elder Sign?
I imagine they're the
pretty
same.
Similar.
They're
they look a
close.
little bit smaller than like Imperial Assault dice, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're certainly Destiny dice.
Right. Yeah. They're definitely smaller than that.
More of a normal kind of.
Yeah. Exactly. Actually, I would say that these are like normal D6 size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't recall precisely what their measurements are, but.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very nice.
Well, that...
Got the helixes, got the damage.
Yeah.
Blam!
Yeah, so I'm just going to take that out for sure.
He did. The Sentinel deck is getting big.
It is, which might bite us. I don't know.
It's probably not bad, right? I get the 2 X's.
Could do the 2 X's. I'm just thinking about whether or not it's a good idea to try to do a different thing rather than leave you with two 6-symbol things to do, right?
Sure.
Well, so I've got a power token or a training token that gives me an X. So
you do.
Maybe I just reroll these to try and get one of the bigger.
Because you still have 2 rerolls, right?
Yeah, I haven't.
This is your first reroll.
Yeah. Okay, that is better. Do I want both of them?
What's the call, man?
Yeah, I think I reroll 1 red and 1 yellow. Oh, okay, cool. So I can complete. There's a couple things I can complete.
Probably that
We're
bottom
3
one?
damage. Yeah, probably the bottom one, unless we want to do the top one. Oh, actually, I can do the top 2 now that I think about it.
Oh, nice.
Because I
3
helix and take a damage.
Yep.
and
X, and then
XX.
XX.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
Forge, that last one is all yours.
All right. Let's find this kid.
Colossus is also going to take a nap.
Just
Colossus
curl
needs,
up in the corner of Cerebro.
needs to go sleep.
All right. Let's take it home. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that was a Helix, I promise. There it is.
Yeah.
All right. Success. Each hero heals 1 damage. 1 hero draws a mutant. All right. Who wants a mutant?
How about you go ahead and draw and see who you get?
I guess if you're going to rest next time.
Yeah.
Can we swap the...
We are.
Okay.
Between rounds, we're always able to trade mutants around. Also, if we end up drawing more mutants than we can carry, because each player can have 1 mutant.
Sure.
Or each hero can have 1 mutant.
Yeah.
The other ones that we've acquired hang out at the school, basically.
Sure.
And we can
swap
trade
them
in and out between rounds if we decide that, like, a different mutant is better for a certain...
Okay. Do we shuffle this? I forget.
I shuffled it some.
Okay.
You're welcome to shuffle it again.
No, it's fine. Let's see who we got. All right. We found Dazzler. When a hero at your mission would resolve a villainy effect, you may exhaust Dazzler to ignore that villainy effect.
Yeah.
That's super good.
That's really good.
Yep. Wow. What a good friend. All right. All right. So that was that mission.
Yep.
Ooh, go for it. All right. Threat does increase by 1.
Yep.
Which takes us back up into red. We got to flip a new mission over.
Yeah. So let's
What are you feeling? We've done them all now.
let's hit Asia again.
Okay.
What could we took down Silver Samurai? Nothing can be as bad as that.
Yeah, we've got a turf war going on. Oh, if Silver Samurai is completed, complete the bottom objective.
Yeah. Cool.
So just automatically we get to
Yep.
make this easier.
Because it turns out that Silver Samurai was keeping things kind of stable, I guess, as a master of the criminal underworld, and now there's a power vacuum because we've taken him out.
Yes. All right.
All right. And we need to draw a red threat card.
Yes. All right.
And pray maybe.
It's another Sentinel.
Man, we're getting
Most exclamation point icons. Feel like maybe we, especially since that requires a lot of damage, we ignore the turf war and head to the assault.
I think we probably try to end this.
If you rest next round and I go here, then we go here next time. Is that what you're thinking?
I think at this point we have to.
Yeah. All right. Though, if we leave that be, it's like a lot of threat.
Yeah, it doesn't give us a lot of leeway, but
yeah,
if we're fast, I guess the other option, of course, is to put it over here if we know that we're going there.
That's true. That's true.
Because that way, at the very least.
Are you planning on resting next turn, or are you? You're at 5 of 8.
Oh boy, I am not sure that I can afford to rest, quite frankly. To be honest with you.
Okay.
Well, I guess I can. I could go to Xavier's office, but that only takes threat down by 1 because of Silver Samurai.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's one of those moves that you kind of want to do when you've built up a little bit of a stack.
Sure.
So I'm not sure if reducing threat by 1 is going to be good enough to justify me not doing anything helpful otherwise.
If we get through this next round, does all this goes away and threat does not increase by that amount?
Once we hit the showdown, with the exception of a couple showdowns that specifically interact with the threat track,
sure.
These other things aren't going to be relevant anymore.
Right.
Now, showdowns, like other mission cards, do have symbols that are yellow and red. So going in with red means we're going to have to deal with the hardest version of the showdown.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm not sure how practical it is to get us down into yellow at this point. I think we just don't quite have the manpower.
That ship seems like it's sailed.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we just take on Sentinel HQ?
I think that might be. I think that might be a decent call. We'll have to there's a very good chance that I'm going to die in the showdown. But I think I can live with that, except that I'm dead.
I can live with that. Yeah, let's Let's go down fighting.
No guts, no glory.
Exactly. Let's take them on.
So let's
boom, boom.
Actually, I guess we'll probably just trade our assist cards again. So may as well keep them, right?
Yes. Yep. All right.
All right. I just want to tell you, Forge. My opinion of you has changed a lot over the course of this.
Thanks.
I'm glad that we're friends now.
I trust you to have my back here.
Yeah.
Let's smack some Sentinels around.
Yeah. Oof. Shall I go in swinging and see what I can do?
Go for it.
Okay. I might keep. I think I'm gonna keep that blue die. Actually.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I have a blue in there. Ooh, that was pretty okay.
Nice.
Don't like that, but we'll deal with it in a sec.
And I could use Dazzler on that if you need to.
So let's see. I can do this bottom one for sure.
Yep.
So I take a damage for that.
Mm-hmm.
I can almost do that top one. I think I just leave the villainy alone.
Okay.
I'm not sure that it's worth using Dazzler to reroll one red die.
Yeah.
Ugh, that is not what I was hoping for.
You have one reroll left.
Yeah, I do. No, I think I haven't technically spent this one, so I'm going a little bit out of order on it.
Right,
honestly.
right.
It's just helpful to let me remember. Yeah. Yellow.
Oh!
There we go. Okay. Oof. That was
Nice.
close. That was close. Yeah, I can knock out. Would you rather me do the one that hits me for a damage or the top one?
No, I have only taken 2 health. So.
Okay. So I will leave that middle one to you.
Yep. All right. Here we go. Let's clean it up.
Yeah, see what you can do, Forge.
Let's see. So I need 3 reds, 1 yellow, 2 blues. All right. Well, the Helix, and then with Trust, I can knock it out. Boom.
Hooray.
So I take a damage as well. And that is this mission in the bag.
Yep.
At the start of the threat phase, put Master Mold Showdown into play. All right. So this is just gonna
sits over here.
Just gonna head out and start of the threat phase.
Yep.
Here it is.
Yeah. So we are now at the showdown.
Yeah. Here's some story I can read.
Yep.
I was wrong, sobs Trask. I was so afraid of the mutant menace that I created something even worse. Master Mold and the Sentinels no longer obey me. They're making more of themselves. Soon there will be no stopping them. While the Sentinels attempt to capture the X-Men, Trask volunteers to assist by helping to disable their ionic power source. Can the X-Men battle through the horde of Sentinels in time? Shuffle all Sentinels in play into the Sentinel deck. Flip the plot card and set up the showdown. If you did not complete the Inspect Sentinel mission, the showdown is only 2 cards. If the heroes win the game, flip this card.
All right, so we first need to grab that Sentinel because it's in play.
Yep.
And so it goes in here, so maybe that'll come back to haunt us.
So we flip this guy over, right?
Yep.
All right, so this is part of the showdown. How much of this goes away?
Pretty much all of this goes away.
All right. Goodbye missions.
The school too.
Goodbye school.
We can't ask the Sentinels to please let us go.
Yeah. Just let us take a breather real quick.
Go home, right?
All right. Where's the other piece of that?
So the other piece, showdown, are multiple things. So the things that are under the plot card.
Oh, I see.
Will have more on the reverse.
Oh, cool.
So.
And so that then becomes.
Yep.
Like the art goes together. Nice.
Yes. And you see there's a little thing to indicate.
And as we mentioned, if we had completed Inspect Sentinel, there would have been that third piece there as well.
Which would help us take care of some of the rules of this showdown, but
we
didn't do that.
We didn't do that.
So we've got this. So showdown missions are a little special.
Yeah.
So the game changes in a few important ways at this point. First of all, we now are obviously only dealing with the showdown mission. We also, now that we put it into place, skip to the deploy phase of a new round, so we don't do the rest of the things. On showdown missions, we need to acquire a certain number of tokens on each of these cards, and it's down here. In this case, hero -1, so 1 here, and hero on that one, so 2 there.
Sure.
But we can do the same line more than once in a go if we need to.
For sure, for sure. And then there's some special rules here. So it says, at the start of the showdown, shuffle the Sentinel deck, draw 1 Sentinel from the Sentinel deck, and attach it here. And then threat phase, draw and attach a Sentinel to each uncompleted mission that does not already have a Sentinel attached.
Yep, so that'll happen in the threat phase, sort of instead of drawing new threat cards.
Okay. And is that we take damage also in
at the
phase?
end of each, in the threat phase, everybody at a showdown mission will take that amount of damage. It's,
okay.
The just progressive battle wearing down.
For sure, for sure. All right, well, it looks like we got 2 rounds based on our health thresholds.
Pretty much. So the start of the showdown, we
get 1
Sentinel and attach it here. So.
Okay, so we would have to complete all of these to get the 1 objective we need for this card, right? Do we deploy to individual cards, or are we just at the showdown?
We deploy to individual cards. They are, each separate card is a separate mission for most purposes.
Got it.
We can't assist each other if we are at different cards.
I see.
We're kind of in different places in this battle.
Sure. Sure. We're bouncing around.
Yeah. Now, in the case of cards like this that have a threat phase effect, if we have enough tokens on that one to be complete, that threat phase effect doesn't happen.
Oh, sure.
So that's something that we can kind of bear in mind.
Yeah, it seems like maybe we want to hit that guy first, and if we can clear that out totally.
We can certainly try. Like, obviously the risk is that, we don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do have. We are down to the wire here.
We are down to the wire. Yeah, we literally have 2 rounds to try and beat this showdown.
Yep.
All right. Well. Yeah. Seems like. I guess I would suggest maybe we go here.
Yeah, just
the
together.
2 of us. Yeah.
And hope that we're able to manage the other thing. Fair enough.
All right, there we are. Here we are. We're assisting each other, of course.
Yep.
We trust each other.
Yep, we sure do.
We've got Dazzler with us. All right. I can jump into the fray here.
Absolutely.
All right. Got my dice. Looking for damage and the helix. Okay. Villainy. So this counts as part of that one, right?
Yeah, he's attached to this one.
Okay. So I can reroll this freely. Yep. I should have switched one of my blue dice out for another color, but I forgot. None of these are the symbols I'm looking for. Yeah. I guess I could keep.
You can keep some of the better. So blue and yellow dice do not get any better than 2 fight.
Yep.
In terms of fight values.
Yep. I'm going to keep these 2 as a 3 fight.
Sure.
And reroll. Okay.
Oof.
Those are also not good. Okay. Is this the end for our heroes? Oh, all right. All right. We got it once.
Yeah, got it once. That'll have to do, I suppose.
Yep.
Maybe I can bring it home. So we stick that on the card, but it's not covering the objective because we complete those over and over. And some showdown missions do have more than 1 objective to complete.
Of course.
These don't because they both have kind of big text effects.
Right.
But all right.
All right.
Red.
Does each scenario have its own mission deck?
They each have a handful of missions that are unique to the scenario.
Yeah.
Usually 2 to 4.
Okay. Obviously, the continent decks are.
The continent decks are
same.
always in the game.
Yep.
There are also, we didn't see any of them come into play, but there is also a villain deck over there next to the threat cards. Some threat cards will put a villain into play.
For sure.
On a random deck, and the ones in that deck are often a bit tougher to beat than the ones that are just in the continent deck.
Sure. So like Sauron could pop out.
So he could show up anywhere on the board potentially when a threat card puts him into play.
Got it.
And you got to deal with him. So.
All right. Very cool.
Yeah, with only 2 players, like there's just not as many cards in play, so we don't see quite as many things in the game. But there's a lot of stuff that
I'm
can potentially pop up.
Very excited to play this game with like 6 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's really fun when you have you can think about your different combinations of characters.
Yeah.
And the best way to do things.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I am going to exhaust trust to be able to switch the blue die I get for another red die.
Yep.
Because I need fights. Oh boy, that was not great. I need a helix. Nope. Come on, Colossus.
Hey.
Oh, oof. Okay. So
All right.
that. So since that has 2 on it, we put this token on it to say, we've beaten that whole group of Sentinels.
Nice.
We don't have to deal with that card anymore.
Okay.
So threat phase, like I said, we do not draw threat cards anymore.
Yep.
If any cards that we hadn't completed had a threat effect, we would do it now. But they don't, so now we just take the hit from Master Mold. He hits everybody.
For a damage.
Everybody, everywhere, for a damage.
All right. Last round.
Last round.
Last chance. All right. Let's see if we can take it home.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got my blue, 3 red, 1 yellow. Will not forget to use my ability this time. I am going to swap out a blue for a yellow.
Totally. Probably a good call here.
All right. 2 helixes.
Now there is, of course, a villainy effect on this because of that Sentinel.
Yeah. So I've actually got the objective on that right now.
Yeah.
Is that but we also need to kill the Sentinel, right?
I believe we need to kill the Sentinel as well.
Okay, okay.
Don't quote me on that. Because who can remember what rules there are?
I think I probably just hold on. Well, actually, I'm trained in Helix.
You're able to complete that objective. The mission just doesn't count as complete until the Sentinel is also defeated.
Right.
Sentinels.
I'm just wondering.
Prevent it from being.
Yeah, I'm gonna take. We're gonna. Put those there.
Yeah.
So we can take a crack at least.
Yeah. So the villainy effect is discard a mutant. You probably just want to use Dazzler to ignore.
Yes.
To not discard herself.
Right. Exactly. Okay. So yeah, that's a no.
Now you'd be in trouble. You could discard Dazzler at this point if you were just ready to sacrifice.
It is the last round
on the altar of stopping the Sentinels.
Get out of here, Dazzler.
Dazzler. We hardly knew ye.
Nope.
Oof.
Close,
okay.
Close but no cigar.
All right. So
we got this one.
We have the tokens we need.
You just need to punch that last Sentinel in the face.
I just need to punch this Sentinel good enough. And oh boy, should I definitely be able to manage that because I'm freaking Colossus.
You want your blue die maybe from your...
Oh, you're right. I probably should do that. I was thinking more fight, but a 2 fight and a 1 fight should be cake.
Yeah. Hate to trip up on that teamwork.
It's that teamwork that's going to be a problem. Or not.
All right. Boom.
Yeah, so as Colossus just goes in there to punch a hole in that Sentinel, while Forge disables Master Mold, we have squeaked by to save the world.
Let me read our conclusion here. The Sentinel base collapses upon itself, burying the machinery under tons of rubble. Trask surrenders himself to the authorities while the X-Men return to their school to recover, much needed. What troubles me, Professor, is that Master Mold wasn't recovered from the wreckage, muses Beast over a peaceful game of chess. I fear we haven't seen the last of these Sentinels. Awesome. So this is X-Men Mutant Insurrection. We just played through one of the scenarios, which was Rise of the Sentinels.
Yep.
But there are 8 scenarios in the box, right? We played as 2 of the mutants. There's 16 total, and there's so much more in this game that we didn't really cover.
Yeah. There's tons of content that just you're not going to see it all in one game.
Yeah. I like one of the things I think is the coolest about this game is really the value proposition on it, where it's the box is $54.95, but because we're not doing miniatures, right? We're doing cardboard standees and stuff. You get so many more mutants and scenarios and all that stuff for a pretty competitive price. That's just really, really cool to me. So thank you everyone for watching this. Hopefully this kind of gave you a better idea of what this game is all about, its similarities and its differences to Elder Sign, and other questions that you may have had. Do you have anything else you want to say to people before we wrap it up here?
I just think this is going to be an exciting game, and I think it's got a lot of its own personality. So check it out if you think that this kind of game sounds cool. I think it really gets a lot of the X-Men flavor in there.
Oh yeah, it's just dripping with theme.
And hopefully more stuff can be seen as we get closer to release.
Yeah.
So you can get an idea of some of the other options in the box.
Yeah, absolutely. So the last thing that I want to plug is that we've been running, you may have seen on our social media channels, we've been running a little bit of a contest in terms of an additional mutant that's going to be added to the game as a print and play hero that will be, that come out after the game comes out next year. And so the bracket is ongoing right now. We're on to the second match of the semifinals is going to go up right after this. So head over to our Facebook if you want to vote on that and vote on which mutant is going to get the privilege of moving on.
There's so many great characters in X-Men that it was just always going to be impossible to get everybody in this product that we maybe would want to see.
Yeah.
So it's super cool to be able to get somebody else in there.
Absolutely. Once more, thank you everyone for watching. This is the final day of GenCon Online, but we're not done yet. We've got more stuff for you this afternoon. We're going to be playing some Arkham Horror the board game with the Underdark Waves expansion, and then we're going to sit down with the Arkham Horror the card game team, and we're actually going to design a card with the community. We're all going to design a card together. It's going to be very fun. There's going to be polls. I don't know about you guys. I love voting in polls online. It's a silly thing, but it's fun.
Oh, totally.
And so come back for that. That starts at 3 p.m., I believe, Central Time. So follow us on our social. Thanks, Carolina Game Tables, for the sweet table. And we'll catch you guys next time.